My tablet, nowhere to be seen. God, it's so cold today. Oi, oi. Right. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. We are making kimchi today. I'm sorry I'm late. I was meant to start like a whole hour ago, but that just didn't happen. I had errands to run and they overran big time. So let's figure out. Oh my goodness, that was so fast. It's literally been a minute. Hello. I apologize for my tardiness. I have been running around like a madwoman. But here we are. We have started. Hello, hello. Hello to you both. A good evening, morning, afternoon, evening. Good evening to you, Whistle, and good morning to you, Phoenix. Hope you have had a good day. Time for some kimchi. We are good. We are good. So cold. Literally. My knees, like I've just been walking around in the cold, just like running errands, and like my knees are like crying just from coldness. And that's not fun. They did not sell regularly sized packets of chili, like gochugaru. So I had to buy a whole 250 grams of it, which is going to be interesting because I only need like 1/5 of this, I think. We'll see. We'll see how much we end up with. The cabbage wraps were really good. They ended up really yummy. The sauce that I cooked the cabbages in turned out like baked bean sauce, basically. So I was like quite happy with that because that means like when I inevitably do baked beans from scratch, I think I've got some, a recipe for the sauce. The knees don't cry, they don't have eyes. Well, mine don't either, but they cried anyway. So miracles of our body. Right. What are we doing? We are doing kimchi. And kimchi requires cabbage. Many cabbage. Cabbage where? Cabbage here. We have half a head of Napa cabbage. It is massive. I will probably not turn the whole thing into kimchi. I will probably only do half. I am following a Japanese recipe. Whizzle, welcome back, Whizzle Wazzle. No longer Whizzle Sizzle. I've only just noticed. But yes, we are doing basically what I'm trying to do is a kimchi recipe that doesn't require any kind of special ingredients. Because I basically I was requested this by my bestie who lives in Sydney, and I want to basically figure out a decent enough recipe. That took like a year to get back. I'm pretty sure it was only 60 days, but yes, that would feel like a year. But yes, so what we are trying to achieve is fairly easy ingredients, so nothing fancy, so no shrimp paste, and that kind of stuff. I'm gonna try keep it like pretty low key and see what we got. So this particular recipe I'm using is a Japanese one, so it's kind of like a intermediate. So it doesn't use shrimp paste. It uses why no shrimp paste? Because it's hard to find. And my friend is not going to buy a shrimp paste just to make kimchi. She's going to potentially be scared of using it. So I'm gonna try figure out a good in between. So I'm gonna use anchovies instead, because I feel like she would get anchovies. So we're gonna do that, and I will. I think also do. Usually you'd use pears, like a Korean pear, but I'm going to use apples instead. And I might try like a fish sauce version and just a regular soy sauce version to see if that's like forgivably swappable. And just little edits like that. See like how much I can push away from it being kimchi, but it's still like more or less kimchi, you know. So that's what we're going to do. This particular recipe does not do like the rice flour paste method. There's no rice flour anywhere. So there's none of that, which is already, you know, probably easier to do than the real way. So we'll see how it goes. I actually also could make shrimp paste. Now that would be quite an ask. I also have some like instant kimchi powder, which I use occasionally. So I might like put some in instant kimchi as well to see how differently it tastes. Because this stuff is just cut up your veg, pop it in a bag with the powder, and it just kimchiifies itself. Whereas obviously the proper way would be to salt it and get all the paste all rubbed in and stuff. So we're gonna make lots of different versions, see which one yields a good enough result, and we'll go from there. I'm also obviously got a massive half head of Napa cabbage. I've also got some daikon and I've got some carrots as well. So I'll do a few different batches. I have just realized I'm talking about making all this kimchi, but I don't have any like containers, like sealable containers. I might have to make them in bags, like little Ziploc bags. Yeah, maybe. The thing is, I like kimchi I can treat as like a salad. Like I could eat like probably like this much, this is a half head, a quarter. Like I could eat an eighth of a cabbage in one sitting, like easily. And I'll call it salad, you know. So it's fine. We'll be fine. Right. I've got a lot of stuff and I have very frazzled. Not wearing my apron. Where's my apron? I wonder why. Exposed. Definitely gonna need this with the mess I'm about to make. So we have apron on. Just realized I'm covering up the mic. Apologize. Let's shuffle that to the front. And then we have let's go. So this particular recipe is like start with 2 kilos of cabbage, and I'm gonna be like, no, let's not do 2 kilos of cabbage because that's a lot of cabbage. How much cabbage are you? 1.2. Make it 4x spicy. No, because I need husband to help me eat this. Let's see. I think I'm gonna only do a quarter head. I think I'm gonna do a quarter head of kimchi in real kimchi method. Well, fake real kimchi method. I'm going to do a quarter head using the instant kimchi. Yeah, that is it. So then we have two types of kimchi to compare. I'll put carrot in both. And I have if I have any leftover like pasty stuff, I'll just shove some daikon radish in as well. And yeah, that's the idea anyway. So first things first, we need to cut and wash this. Oh my God. I gotta start work at 6 tomorrow. That is hella early. How far do you live from work? Hopefully not too far. Because 6 o'clock start means an even earlier wake up. Also, please give me ideas of how to use like the extra like entire bags worth of chili powder because I don't know. I have 250 grams of this and I'm only going to use like 10 grams of it in this recipe. So wish me luck. Say for Instagram, kimchi fried rice, kimchi jjigae, kimchi mandu, pancakes, burgers, burrito, stuffed onigiri. Yes, all of the above. The classic Japanese like catch-all for leftover kimchi is called pork kimchi, and it's a stir fry with pork. It's called buta kimchi, and it's like if your kimchi is like gone a little bit too far, starting to be a bit funky, buta kimchi. If it's like overwhelming and it's just like stacks and stacks of it, buta kimchi fixes it all. It is a cure-all for all Japanese households' kimchi woes. Chuck it in some pork. The kids will eat it. What's the powder gochugaru? I believe so. It's just kimchi chili powder. So I can only assume it's gochugaru. They don't call it gochugaru in Japanese. It's just chili flakes for kimchi. 40 minutes, I gotta get up at like 5. Damn, that is early. Right. I am faffing. I am procrastinating. I'm assuming husband's going to be late today because he had a late one yesterday and he still said he had lots of work to do. So we're just going to be fighting this giant head of lettuce for a bit. I may also, despite saying I'm going to start making kimchi, I may just sit and do some dishes for a sec because in true me fashion, I did not wash up after lunch. And I was too busy running around doing my errands to do it after lunch. So bear with me. Hello, husband. I'm running a light. Yes, I am running an hour late. Oh, making more washing for myself. And stuff on the floor. All right. Okay. I'm actually so behind. I am fapping for sure. Hope you're doing well other than being stuck at work. Man's always stuck at work. I swear. What I don't understand is, I swear I'm not using that much utensils in cooking, but like there's always like massive metric ton of dishes that I've for some reason not done. I mean, it's all my own doing, but quickly fix my situation. Also, like I hate wearing this jumper with this apron because it keeps like riding up, and I don't like. Okay, we have some semblance of space. We have. Hubby needs a nice break after this job. I think so too. Right. I'm also not drunk any water today, so I'm like thirsty. Ooh, yes. Ooh, what? Ooh, what have you come up with? Oh, stay. Oh my god. Why is stuff falling over in here? Okay, I need to re-tie this apron. It's like riding up my jumper and I don't like it. Just pull it out front. Apparently gochugaru molds fast, so should be kept in the freezer. Okay. To be fair, it does say on the packet that after opening, please refrigerate on the front of the packet. But yes, freezer would be good. Thank you for that piece of information. I would probably have ignored the packet otherwise. Okay. Quick dishwashing montage. I apologize. I should have really started with that. But I decided to go on a ramble instead. Bear with. But yes, I'm literally only making kimchi tonight. Dinner is going to be something out the freezer, I think. So if I can successfully make kimchi tonight, I am winning. So I mean, I'm not even making real kimchi because it's not going to go on like a really long ferment. This is going to be a cheats easy kimchi. So really, I shouldn't be even calling it kimchi from scratch. It's just kimchi-ish from scratch. Kimchi adjacent. So yeah. Bear with. Just going to make kimchi in a bag times 2. Some of my favorite kimchi, though, isn't vegetable kimchi. I love a kimchi called chanja, which is, I believe, chanja is like intestine. Maybe it's pork, maybe it's beef. It's some kind of intestinal kimchi. And I love the stuff. It's got a really fun texture. It's a very fun textural experience. I also really like daikon radish kimchi as well. I love the little cubes. A really nice textural element in anything. And it doesn't go soggier as well. Like sometimes kimchi can like lean a bit soggy because of the water content of the I need to make more room. Oh no space in the sink for some reason. I don't know if you guys get what sort of types of kimchi where you are, but Japan loves their kimchi. Like I bet they don't make it very spicy because Japanese people don't like that much spice. But they still have a good variety of kimchi sold in all the shops. Like the shop I go to has like an entire fridge wall, like a good like here to here fridge wall, like top to bottom dedicated to kimchi, all types. So Japanese people really do love their kimchi. Ah. I had to go to like 3 different supermarkets to find the gochugaru though. My usual didn't have it. They only had like a regular Japanese chilies in like the tiny little tube powder thing. And I was like, I think I need like a bit more hefty than that. But now I'm thinking maybe I did just need a little tube's worth of gochugaru because I don't know. 250 grams of gochugaru seems excessive. I need to like find ways of utilizing it. Oh, yeah, the dishes are never ending. Yeah, almost there. Just need to wash knife and the bowl, and we are done. Cool. Right. We're back. Oh, geez. Actually getting back into on task now. Right. Back to the recipe. Right, we're going to wash this up. This is probably going to be like daikon radish pickling. Oh, I missed a bit. Oopsies. I'm probably going to do like the salting of the radish inside the big pot because I think that's the only container I have that will actually contain it. Wow. Solid speech. Both. Okay, so this particular recipe wants me to cut it up first, wash and cut it up, rather than leaving it whole, just so it's easier to manage and not having it flip flop everywhere. So what we are going to do is cut into this bad boy, give it a thorough wash, and then half of it is going to go into the instant kimchi powder. So this stuff. It doesn't need prior salting. It's just wash and straight in. And then the other half, we will salt and weigh down, pull out all the liquids, and then go from there. So, smooth. Get some chopping action in here. So we are gonna. It's a hefty wok as well. Like, what point did humans decide? You know what? You know what we need? It's massive vegetable. It's like bigger than our faces. Nice. We have cut through. What you got ideas? Chili oil, eggs, bulgogi, barbecue sauce, barbecue, dipping sauce, popcorn topping, only. Ooh, these are all fabulous and sounding. I love it. Oh, I did not go all the way through. Okay. Let's go. Let's wash a half at a time, just so let me. Is cutting this bit off before I wash it a good idea or a bad idea? I feel like it's a bad idea. Let's not do that. Put it on cold. Give it a thorough in between every layer. De-water that for a hot second. So this I'm going to put into our instant kimchi. You've only ever had kimchi from the supermarket in a jar. I mean, that's how most people will have it, realistically speaking, because it tends to be kind of a bit easier as well, because it's, not as spicy. It's not so funky as well. Right. We are going to go in. Well, we're going to be ambitious and try to fit it into here. That's not going to happen. So we are going to go into the bag for our instant kimchi. This is our control, because this is how I usually would cheat my kimchi, because I usually can't be bothered to actually do kimchi. Let's weigh the bag after. The weight of the bag is negligible. So we're going to go in with there. Yeah. I'm going to cut the massive bits in half. I don't like to bite my kimchi, I just want it easy. Up to here is about the right size. These guys need another carving. So we're going to just go in. I think the hardest thing finding, like, say, for my friend in Australia, the hardest thing she's probably going to have to try and look for is this Napa cabbage. I mean, I'm sure, to be fair, what I should have done is also bought a regular cabbage to compare as well. Now, my favorite bit of kimchi is the leafy bit. Do you guys prefer the leafy kimchi or the stalky kimchi? Right. We have kimchi. Give this bag away, just so I can figure out how much kimchi powder to put into this. So, great weighing, touching the sides. Do that. Approximately 560. You can stay there. 560. And this reckons about 8 to 10 grams per 100 grams of vegetables. So roughly speaking, no more than 50 grams. Let's see. To be fair, I might actually be able to finish this whole bag, because I have a feeling I've already used this bag already. So we're going to go in with instant kimchi powder. So this stuff has sugar, chili, salt, garlic powder, sesame seeds, ginger powder, fish sauce powder, shrimp powder, enzymes. We're going in. If all else fails, I don't have a picture of me. You can get those here, just probably not that big. Thanks, guys. I feel I need it too. What do you need? The leafy bits work better as topping for a burger, but the salty crunch is great in a soup, stir-fry rice. Yeah, that is true. I'm just going to go for a pour, because I feel like I'm going to use the rest of this bag anyway. Right. We have just the rest of the bag going in, because I probably don't quite have enough. To be fair, I did find this one wasn't very spicy when I last had it, so I might actually top it up with gochugaru. Where did the gochugaru go? The added dinosaurs. Hello. Yes, it's very green. I feel like my camera just makes everything look very lime green. Like I feel like the cabbage is like the same color as the foxy boy. No. We're gonna top up this a little bit with gochugaru because I did find the last time I made this it wasn't that spicy. I'm gonna go in with an extra 10 grams. Is this a mistake? Potentially. Am I here for it? Absolutely. 10 grams a lot? Maybe. Right. Plonk the gochugaru up there. Please hold while we close this up and give it a little toss. I mean, the really nice thing about this instant stuff is literally you just close it up, whatever vegetable, whether it's carrots, whether it's cabbage or whatever, literally toss, leg. I feel like this bag needs a bit more air. You did get the reference wrong. Yes, bend and snap, toss, leg. Man is getting his pop culture references wrong. Oh, why are you shaking your head? You're shaking your head like I'm shaking this bag, Phoenix. Let me toss this bag of cabbage in the instant kimchi powder. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. You don't need to take us anywhere. I'm at home. We are perfectly acceptable individuals. Right. We have tossed our bag. I'm just gonna air the bag so we're not so puffy. Push that out. And then it will very nicely become. Those are bag number one. I'm going to give you guys a little close up of what we've got. So we've got instant kimchi powder with an extra bit of gochugaru because it just wasn't spicy enough last time. And then cabbage just tossed in a bag. And that's our instant kimchi. This is the stuff I usually use. And then we're going to compare it to the proper way. This is going to go in the fridge. Go and hang out. First, we had the dumpling drawer. Next, we're going to have the kimchi drawer. It's going to be a little bit smaller, but it's going to be a kimchi drawer nonetheless. Right. Washing our second quarter of cabbage. This one's a bit bigger than the first one. So it better be good. Just going to go through and get water in all the layers. Okay. Napa cabbage tends to be much kind of cleaner and less dirty than regular cabbages. I feel like they're just tighter leaves. Shake the cabbage. So much water in this. And this I'm going to put into the. There's actually so much water caught in here. Right. Anyway, found a few pages group of recipes as you got to go. Yes, I saw the notification pop in. Thank you very much. That. Let's give this a chip chop. How's the Tamagotchi? I have no idea. Husband took over at lunch today. So we're going to cut up this big boy as well. Please remove thyself from the stalk. Right. I feel like the few outer layers are going to need an extra little chip chopping. I don't know why I'm like working right off the edge of this board, but I'm just going to weigh. He brought it to work. No wonder he's behind on papers. Man's obsessively checking the Tamagotchi every 2 seconds. Just going to weigh the cabbage as we go into pot. This is just getting chunked. I'm definitely certain this is not the usual way to go about doing kimchi. You're meant to like keep the stalk, keep it intact, and kind of shove in between the layers. I just can't be bothered with the faff that is trying to do that. We're going to cut first. I suppose it's so that you could cut your kimchi to size once it's finished. But I know I'm going to eat the kimchi at this size. So definitely going to need food and drink when he gets home. Probably more extra salt on there. Oh, crash in the place. I'm still finding cabbage remnants from yesterday, like all over the floor. I like cleaned up after cooking, and then there was still just random cabbage just strewn around. I don't know where it's coming from. Like glitter. I'm just finding cabbage confetti everywhere. Right. Ooh. Well, the kimchi won't be ready for a few weeks. Apparently, the stuff is like kind of easy, quick kimchi. So depends on how long the ferment you want those. That stuff is meant to be instant kimchi, so that should be ready in an hour. That's why it's like quick kimchi. It's not a real ferment. It just is a quick pickle that makes the cabbage taste like kimchi. This stuff is kind of like a leave as long as you leave it until you make it, you like it, basically. So we got 731 grams of this cabbage. How much salt are we doing for the cabbage? You're gonna give me a percentage? This person does 2 kilos of cabbage to 60 grams of salt, 55 to 60 grams of salt. So if I have 731, I divide it and then multiply by 55. Nope. I need to divide 55 by that. Need to divide 55. My maths is not mathsing. By 2000 divided by 731. I just clicked clear instead of enter. Wow. This is now, does Natchan even math? And is she going to add the correct amount of salt to this? 20 grams of salt. It has been spoken. So, hefty amount of salt going in. That was 12. 17. 20. Give that a little toss-a-roo. I don't fancy getting salt in my nails, so I'm just going to go in with tongs. So we have just given this a little toss. And then we are going to let it hang out. For once, it's not a kilo of salt. I mean, I don't even have a kilo of salt anymore. It's like 200 and maybe 200 grams of salt left in that. I don't know why I'm doing this on the scale. This is so bad for it. Remove that. It's probably the closest to a kilo of salt I've used in one go. Just give it a good toss-a-roo. And we're just going to let that sit on the side while we contend to the chili portion. The bench is doing well in the 2026 season. It is indeed. What we are going to do is we're going to shove a plate. That's too perfect. It needs another slice down. Oh, that reminds me. I need to stir my koji. The lid for the koji just fell down. Everything's so difficult. It's the woes of being short. Are you going to fit in there? Yes. Shove that in there. And basically what we want to do is weigh that down with what? My water bottle. That's got a liter of water in it, right? A little bit less now. That's okay. It's heavy enough. It's gonna, yes. I'm looking forward to next pizza night as well. Oh, okay. Water bottle in there. Remove the plastic. And then we're gonna do the rest. That is the chili paste. We get to use the lawnmower. So we're gonna grab the rest of the ingredients. So I need to reduce this to about 700 grams worth of stuff. We've got our anchovies instead of shrimp paste. Well, in this recipe, they don't even use shrimp paste. They use squid shiokara, which is like squid that's been marinated in its own guts. It's a very common Japanese kind of alcohol snack, so to speak. We need ginger. Where's my ginger? Yeah. Ginger. I don't know if I need garlic, but ginger and garlic. We also have chives. These will be going in as well. So, purple, garlic, sugar, fish sauce. Alrighty. This table is looking a little crowded. Radish can sit behind us for a time being. What are we doing? What even is 760? Oh my god. What percentage are we working with? We're working with 36%. Okay. Everything just needs to be 36%ified. So 50 grams of something fishy is going to be, excuse me, 18 grams of fishy something. This, like, getting in the way. I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to fit into one go. I don't even know if I've got that much anchovy left. But as is always the case, we will just wing it. So going in with probably the rest of this anchovy, actually. I highly doubt there's actually 18 grams in here. Oh, 16. You know what? Good enough. And we want not a whole tablespoon. That's what we're starting with. I feel like this fish sauce is definitely continuing to ferment in my pantry. A black and white version of my emote. I'm going to go in with a little bit less than a tablespoon, like less than half. Maybe we'll do half just because we've got a little bit lacking in. We're lacking a bit in the anchovy department, so we'll just increase the fish sauce a touch. That's how it works, right? We need a quarter of an apple, but even less because, oh god, like 1/8 of an apple then. Space in here. I'm really working with solid measurements. How long till we move? We move end of March. I think contractually he's there till the end, like the last day of March. Oh. The recipe requires a quarter of an apple. So we're going to go 1/8 of an apple. That doesn't seem like a lot. I'm just going to go skin on because why not? There's absolutely no reason. The rest we shall eat like an apple. Let's have a taste. I've not actually had. I don't think I've ever bought an apple in Japan. This may be the first time I've ever bought apples. I just don't like apples usually. It's an apple. Uh-huh. I mean, yeah. It's an apple. Okay. And what we need to do is add some. This reckons yuzu. I don't have yuzu, so I'm going to go lemon. How much? How much? How much lemon slash yuzu? Approximately a tablespoon. So approximately half a tablespoon. Fruit is fruit. Yeah, like that's just never. It's one of those things that I like. I think because I grew up with tropical fruits, I kind of never got into winter fruits, so to speak. Give this a squeeze. We're aiming for about. I just realized that my lemons and apples are touching. Right. Tablespoon of lemon juice. Lemony apple. To be fair, the lemon juice touching the apple made it taste better. Tablespoon of sugar. I swear I lose my sugar like every single time. I literally used it here yesterday. Again, I should have read the recipe before I started to actually did the sugar first. I don't have to do like weird balancing act of the sugar. Just getting used to be reasonable. I want half a tablespoon. Half a tablespoon? Nope, 1 tablespoonish. That's about right. Just winging it. And then a teaspoon of garlic and about 5 grams of ginger. My ginger from Kochi. Probably weigh this separately, not chuck it straight in. 6 grams. That'll do. Oh, why did I think that was a good idea? Ginger going in. I swear I have a garlic that's already open. Here we go. This garlic and this ginger can go back in the fridge. Probably should have gone from the same end. Really didn't touch. All right. These guys are going back. And 1 clove of garlic. That's about a teaspoon of garlic. What are you using the apple for? So a little bit of it went into here. It's part of the paste that's happening. Traditionally, I think a Korean pear is used, but Korean pears aren't necessarily the easiest to get a hold of in Japan. So we're going with an apple. Or, anywhere for that matter. I'm trying to make this as can be made in Australia friendly as possible because I'm doing this by request of my bestie who lives in Australia. She loves kimchi, and she was like, "Can you teach me how to make kimchi with stuff I can actually find and not too difficult?" So that's what I'm doing. And not gonna lie, I'm probably just gonna resort to sending her a packet of instant kimchi. Right, have we got everything? Anchovy, apple, ginger, garlic, sugar, fish sauce, lemon. In. Alrighty, see you soon. Right. Let's do reorg. The apple will be consumed in due course. Don't you worry. To be fair, if I cut it now, to be fair, that's like now a garlicky, gingery knife. Oh well. Oh well. Sucks to be me. Oh. If I leave the apple chopped, then I'm more likely to eat it. If I leave it unchopped, then it will get forgotten until the end of the day. So I'm just going to quickly chop me apples up. And make it all nice and gingery and garlicky. That was probably too deeply sliced. I wasted a bit of apple there. Right. I have them sitting next to me, all chopped, and I will more likely eat them. Right, these are snacking apples that they're going to hang out right there. Oh, nice. Past my bedtime, probably missing half of what's going on. No problem. There's a whiff of garlic in there. Right. Anywho, we are blitzing this up. You want this as kind of tasty as possible. They do recommend using a blender. I do not have one of them. A good old manual labor. Down. It's the left side because, you know, working out both sides is important. I'm going to give this a little scrape down. Ooh, nice and juicy. Smells delicious. This is giving like chopped and not kind of puree or mince, but we persevere. I'm so bad at being up later. I mean, it's what? 8:15. If you're getting up at 5 a.m. does hit you. Okay, the bottom bits are definitely getting pureified. You just need the top bits to kind of stay down. Also get pureed. Okay, considering I only added fish sauce as the liquid, the apples are definitely releasing liquid. Right. Let's keep going. We want this as pasty as possible. Who'd have thought just be watching someone having an arm workout, making kimchi? Probably like a little bit too little liquid, little like volume of stuff in here because it's not kind of staying down. Still not quite there. I want it to be like quite fine, but we'll give it another few minutes of go-go juice. And then we'll call it. We'll then add the chili flakes, and maybe that will help kind of bulk up the volume and help get a bit more texture in there. I'll probably never make hubby's late night gaming. One day. One day when you're feeling fresh as a daisy. Right. I think that will do us for now. What we are going to do, let me just abort mission for a sec. We are gonna go with 18 grams of gochugaru in here. And this will be our paste completed. I still spilt the fish juices. I have spilt fish juice. Oops. Right, on you go. There for a second. Probably like try some of this. I know the level of spice going into this. I'll try it last. 18 grams. We did a lot more than I thought. I suppose it's going into almost a kilo of cabbage. 18 grams. Right. There's a bit left on the spoon, so I'm just going to leave that. Oh, it's actually not that bad. It's kind of a very one-dimensional spice, though, I must say. Okay. They remind me to put that in the freezer. We are going to give this a gentle blend so the powder doesn't fly everywhere. I'm going to go slowly first, just to kind of get it incorporated. Are we incorporated? We are just mixing in our gochugaru into the paste. It's not giving paste, it's giving chunks, but oh well. This is what we get for not having the right equipment. Anywho, I'm just gonna do the best we can there. To be fair, probably maybe wasn't the best idea putting gochugaru in while the blade is in, because now I just have to scrape chili off the blade. Yeah, maybe that was a good idea. Now it's just dry stuff stuck to wet stuff. Okay, that'll do. Oh, just gonna mix the rest by hand. Yeah, definitely a chunky situation due to just lack of proper mincing. Unfortunately, that is just the limitations to my equipment. I don't have a blender. This should be more of like a slushy, but I don't have a blender. So it will just have to do. So we have our little chili paste made. I just licked my fingers that are like from the drippings upside. And you know what? It tastes really nice. It's got a really like savory sweetness. Oh, I just had the door. Guiding aside. So how is our cabbage doing down here? Have we got any liquid to release? We shall see. what I'm going to do is press this with, I can't even press it because it's not. I'm just going to do a and try and drain some of the liquid off the cabbage. There's definitely liquid coming out. Not as much as I thought. Some level of liquid has been drained. And what we're going to do is we're going to go and squeeze all of the cabbage by hand. And just thinking, grab the bowl. We're going to go put this behind so that does not end up on the floor. You know you can crawl if you don't want to end up in cam. Or is that too demeaning? Right, gloves are on because okay, I don't feel like it. So what we are going to do is go through and give all the cabbage a good squeezeroo into here. Like, really, ideally, I should probably leave this like half a day. You know, give it a good release. Oh, what? Oh, what now? What we owing this time? Just doing a manual squeeze to these cabbages. And then transferring them to the bowl. I'm going to say give like 5 squeezes per handful. Give it a good hand workout. Right, that'll do. Squeezed cabbage. That's probably 1 out of like 20 handfuls of cabbage that we're going to have to squeeze today. So sit back and relax. Watch me squeeze cabbage. This is just going to be... Figured out earlier you wanted for my prize pick meal for your... Oh, yeah. Yep. Go ahead. What is in my future, Phoenix? Ooh, the cabbages squeeze much better if they're like flat in my hand. Get that good cabbage squeeze technique. You had to go to your roots. What am I going to get? Something Italian, something Slavic, or something else entirely. Nice. Yeah. I'm just squeezing tiny handfuls of cabbage at a time because you have not spent very long actually salting them. So we're just gonna use manual pressure. Prawn and porcini mushroom risotto. Ooh, right. Let's see if I can actually source porcini in Japan. Step number 1. I think it is possible. It is probably not available until autumn though, so I might have to buy freeze-dried porcini because that will probably be the only available kind of porcini. But that sounds absolutely delicious. We will definitely put that on the dinner menu schedule as soon as I can find a source of porcini. I mostly always use dry ones. Nice. Because porcini, I'm pretty sure, do grow in Japan. Like when it's porcini season, some restaurants will have like super specials where they do porcini in their food. But yes, I shall source some dry porcini, and we will definitely give that a go. Right. My hands are. You know what I should have done is done the salting first on this half of the cabbage, and then did the whole other cabbage. Oh, it was definitely a cabbage that left us. Whoa. Did I get that liquid out? Gonna have such strong hands and strong forearms by the end of this. Also, I feel like I'm glad I've worn gloves because I feel like the salt on these are gonna make because I've got some like scrapes and stuff. Good lord! I don't know if you heard that sneeze. That was husband. Um, the my hands are a bit dry and scraped up from the cold, so I feel like the salt in these cabbages will sting so much. Nice. Porcinis are big in Sicily, as are marrons. We love that. Love to go to Sicily. Sicily and Florence, I feel, are like two places I'd love to go in Italy. Been to Milan and Venice, but they felt very touristy. Obviously, we knew that going in. But I'd love to go to Florence and to Sicily sometime. Maybe on our way back to the UK, we'll do a little trip around Europe. I'm already tired of squeezing cabbage. I'm about maybe 2/3 of the way through. Never ending. I'm just glad I'm wearing gloves. Yeah. I love a good mushroom forage though. I remember a couple of years ago, for husband's birthday, I gifted him, keyword gifted us because I really wanted to do it as well. So I just gifted it to him and then I get to go as well. We went on like a mushroom foraging course. They just got like walked around with an expert and they would show you all the mushrooms and what you look out for and what to avoid and stuff. That was very fun. Unfortunately, it was not porcini season, so there were none to be found. But I remember we came home with a little container of mushrooms. They were like bright orange, and we were like very nervous, but went home, cooked them up. They were very delicious. Very much like you gotta go out a few times to kind of become confident with mushrooms. I feel like we picked some on the way back because we were just taught and pointed out specifically those mushrooms were good and they were easy to identify. But I feel like I wouldn't be confident enough going back again, you know, a year later and be like, yes, I still remember the mushroom, you know. Whereas that's a good thing with porcini. There's like not a lot you can mistake a porcini for. Big squeeze. We're getting there. We've got maybe 5 more handfuls to go. Just slowly squeezing. Slowly. Oh, that was a big squeeze. These guys are juicy. Because they've been sitting in all the other ones' juices because they're at the bottom of the pot. Two more handfuls. Then we can finally get to kimchi-ifying. If this process is probably best done by hand, so like you can get some of your, hand juices on it. I firmly believe in hand juices when it comes to ferments. Unfortunately, not a lot of hand juice on this guy. Only hand juices from when we chopped it. Right. Last proper handful, and there's a few scraps in the bottom of the pot, which I will just pick out in a second. Get that all squeezed. Any scrap. Any scrap. Right, that's all of our veg in there. Right. Sure, if you can make it point down more, feel free to. Husband is messing with the camera now. He's exposing my entire setup. Anywho, is it not? Why? Right, now we actually toss. Oh, we also need chives. Chives have not been added. Let's add some chive. This is garlic chive. That is. I will. Good thing you noticed. Right. Just gonna grab a new board because I can't be bothered moving stuff off that one. Let's just do a handful of chive. I did say I was going to put carrot in here, didn't I? I feel like that's not happening. What's he doing now? That's what we've got for now. Okay, I cannot get into this. I don't know what tape they use for the bottom of these things. It's always like impossible to undo. Right. Let's do yay much chive. Just a quick rinse. Oh. How's the Tamagotchi doing? Is it still alive? I love how you named it.
Oh, there we go. That's better.
What are your thoughts, everyone? Has anything changed?
That's perfect.
Just gonna do that much. Is that about right for the amount? I don't like too much chive in my kimchi, so that will do. And we're also gonna do some sesame. We could have gone for plain sesame, but I found fun sesame, so we're gonna do fun sesame. This is sesame tossed in soy sauce powder, garlic powder, salt, sugar, fried garlic. So, agree with you on the mushroom fever. So it's always an increased number of mushroom poisonings. Yes, due to yeah, it's one of those things. Like I would only. The thing is that the scary thing about amateur mushroom hunting is you don't know what you don't know. And I think, and then you don't know that you don't know something, which seems really like counterintuitive. Like it's like obviously you don't know what you don't know, but like here's the thing. Oh, this one does not come with an inside lid. So we're just going to do I don't know, some amount of sesame seeds. Maybe like, oh, you can't do too much sesame seed. I think you told us about this mushroom lady. She was a serial killer mushroom person. I think you mentioned that in a stream some time ago. That is literally like out of like a crime novel, I feel. Trying to put gloves on that you've once taken off is so difficult. Right. Are we ready? Ah, should have. No. Gotta scroll my tablet with my elbow. You can see. And then we're just gonna mix all the paste together, get it all incorporated, and then into bags, basically. We're just gonna go in and scrape the spoon. Use a bit of cabbage to wipe it down. Now, I don't think this is gonna be like 100% successful, notwithstanding the fact that I've, really messed with the recipe like tenfold. But the fact that I've not really even blended this as well as I probably should have. So I'm just going to go in and that and the difference between delicious and death can be as small as certain ruffle and stem. Yep, exactly. It's so difficult. Like, unless someone can tell me, like, there is no mistaking this mushroom for something else, I'm just going to stick to the stuff that they sell in the stores. They even had to separate her from her other inmates. Oh my days! Was she quite a crazy one? I assume then. Just gonna go and use a cabbage spoon to scrape the rest out. I should have not dirtied both hands. I can pick this up. Oh well. It's for future me to deal with. Dirty on the outside and the inside. So we have all of our concoction going in. So yeah, that'll do. Now we just go through more that the other inmates tried to get her. Oh, she was not a well-loved one, was she then? So This recipe reckons this is fine to eat immediately. Lord, leave a couple days, leave it a week. Enjoy the process of it maturing, so to speak. So we're just gonna slowly, this bowl is kind of really full, so I'm just gonna gently get to the bottom of this bowl so I can get a bit of paste on every leaf. Not been hugely successful thus far, but we are slowly but surely mixing the cabbage up. It's definitely not as easy as shoving it in a bag and popping some powder in and giving it a toss. This is far more labor intensive. Better be good. The thing is though, like how much better does this have to be for it to be worth doing over the easy stuff? Because this has taken at least 3 times as long. Because the first version was just cut it up, shove it in the bag, shove some powder over it. This one was like salt it, leave it, squeeze it, chop up all the other bits. You know, what? I think there was possible going to be a movie or book on it. I feel like that's got like Netflix written all over it, you know. Like Netflix would gobble up something like that. Okay, I think there is a shade of red on every cabbage leaf so far. Good. You now have to find a suitable container for it. Because, as you all know, the thing is, I don't think my glass one is going to fit this, which would be appropriate, but the glass one doesn't have like a sealable lid. So I feel like that's not good for, you know, smell reasons. I think this is also going to have to go in a bag because I'm not sacrificing my plastic Tupperware for this because that's going to be kimchiified if I put it in there. Oh, chive overboard. Add a bit of table juice to the mix. Right, so we actually have now full coverage on our cabbage. So we're gonna deglove again. Try and find us a bag, a container to house this all. Yeah, exactly. Right. Okay, I think we're gonna have to go bag unless we can put one big jar, but that's nowhere near enough. So we are gonna go in with another bagged kimchi special. We'll be able to tell apart from the other one because this one has chives and stuff in, whereas the other one doesn't. We're just gonna go in. Or should I bag it smaller? Like in smaller portions. So I don't keep having to open and close it, especially because this one's been like touched a lot more than the other one. Maybe that's fine. One bag. Commit to the single massive bag of kimchi life. No chickening out and putting it into small bags. How long till that stuff needs to go in the freezer? The gochugaru? I mean, the chili flakes I will put in the freezer after this. I'm just gonna bag it all up. So yeah, we've got our more handmade, more from scratch kimchi. going in here. This definitely smells more fresh. That I will give it. It has taken magnitudes more time, but it does smell good. I think, I don't know, it might be too funky for the oh, for the general palate, the non-Asian palate already. Who knows? Depends on how funky you like your food, I suppose. So we're just gonna shove these guys in the bag, and we will. They're gonna smell fresh when they're finished. That is true. That is very, very true. No truer truths have been spoken. I think there is a sense of like this was, freshly chopped ginger and garlic and stuff, whereas the other one would have been like powdered ginger and powdered garlic. So there's just going to be that element of fresherness. Oh, oh no! I've just put it on the floor. Wipe that up before it stains. Right, we have version 2. Got a jar of sauerkraut once, did not like. Yeah, see, like even if you like some kind of ferments, you don't always necessarily like all of them. So you just gotta trial and error it out, Brighter. Nah, that is a better word. I agree. You are not wrong, Phoenix. I stand corrected. Right. Let's give this a little wipe. And this, squeeze a bit more out of it. Squeezy. Out the air. So we have our bag number 2. I'm just going to pull out the other one from the fridge just so we can have a quick comparison. This is the other one that we, which was the instant stuff. This stuff was literally just washed cabbage, tossed in instant kimchi powder. Just gonna give it a second squeeze now that it's a bit more malleable. This is just, instant kimchi powder mixed in with just washed cabbage. And then this is the stuff that we've just done from scratch. Have a quick look side by side. I don't know if the light's going to capture it. So this stuff with the chive in it, that's the stuff that we've just made. So we salted it, squeezed it out, tossed it in that fresh kimchi paste that I kind of obliterated. And this is the instant stuff tossed in the powder. So we've got that. It's about 1.5 kilos of cabbage turned into kimchi. So that's gonna hang out in the fridge. Our gochugaru is also gonna get squeezed out, and this is going in the freezer. Thank you very much for the gochugaru recipes. I will be making gochugaru recipes for days. So tune in for me cooking spicy food for the next year. Pop that. That can join the dumpling drawer. And we are now newly minting a kimchi drawer. So both of our kimchis going into the fresh chilled room. Going in there. Going in there. Bye. There's room for more kimchi in there. Oh, I just used the wrong words, Phoenix. So yes, we are done with our kimchi. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was meant to do radish kimchi, but another time I didn't make enough paste. Should have made it extra paste. To be fair, the fish, the anchovies were the rate determining step, and there was only a little bit of that. So, have time. Mm, yes, I was going to tend to my goji. See, this is why I keep you guys around. I fully forgot. I was just gonna like snack on my apples, chat for a bit, call it a day. What are we doing for dinner? That is a good question. What am I doing for dinner? I'm going to finish the slice of apple before I do the koji. To be fair, I did say I was going to do a freezer meal, so just gonna grab out one of my curries from last year, cook that up with some rice, I think. All right, mixy. This koji has gone very green. I feel like the last batch of koji stayed quite yellow. This one is very green. I mean, I know it's perfectly safe. Garlic does go green when it oxidizes. This is like very fluorescent. I don't know if you can tell. Can you tell how green it is? Who knows? It's like almost, it's the same shade of green as this like green apple. So we are going to give this a mix. I think it's almost there actually. The pungence of the garlic is starting to mellow. It's meant to be like finished when the garlic is like fully mellowed because the kind of koji is taking over. You can also tell it when the rice grains are like fully like squishable. So it's still a little bit al dente, the rice. So still a little bit more to go. It's obviously going to take a bit longer due to, you know, being cold. In the summer, it'll be done in like 3 days, but winter it takes like a week plus. So we're just persevering. Keep mixing it. Keep tending to it. Once it's like finished, it can just be lidded and just popped in the fridge, and it doesn't need any more tending. But until then, you want it to, oh no, want it to keep mixing. That's not supposed to be. Just gotta keep mixing it and make sure all the koji gets woken up. So that's that. And we have a ginger one. If a ginger one is also nearing doneness. I'm just squishing the rice grains on the side. I think it's about the same doneness as the garlic. It's much more liquid now though than it was when we started. So that's definitely a good sign. Give it a good mix and then we push everyone down. And cover again. I reckon give it another like 2 days and these guys will be finished and they can go in the fridge. They will be no longer needing care. But yeah, hour and 40, not too shabby. Husband, are you ready for dinner or? He can't hear me. He's got both headphones in. He knows better to put both earphones in because he knows he can't hear me otherwise. Dinner? Dinner when? As soon as I'm ready. Okie dokie. Dinner time. What are we having for dinner? Let's see what I can find in the freezer. We have. What do we even have? We still have like my meals for husband from when I went to Australia. I think that's a Thai curry. That looks like a Thai curry. We have stock. Not stock. And we also have regular curry, Japanese curry. What's the consensus? What do we want to have for dinner tonight? You guys can pick our dinner. Oh. What are we getting stuff on? And stuffing the freezer from shutting. Goodness. Hi, Matt. Welcome. Nice to see you too. How's life been? Good to see you. I've just finished making some kimchi. It's all in the fridge now. I can pull it out for you guys if you want to have a look. I now have a newly minted kimchi drawer. It contains 2 bags of kimchi. We have easy kimchi, from scratch kimchi. We're gonna see how different they taste. What were the options? So dinner options are a Thai curry. I think I made that with like chicken mince, or a Japanese curry. I have no idea what meat is in that one. It was too long ago. So curry or curry of the alla Japonese style or alla Thai style are the 2 options. Thai, amazing. Let's do that. We're just gonna get the hob cleared off. Maybe I'll do some cleaning while things defrost and cook. Basically, I am just going to defrost some frozen curries. That's what I do them for, so I don't have to cook every time. And that means I have less things in the freezer, so I can fill it with more things later. So we're going to go in with our Thai curry, I believe. I think it's Thai curry anyway. It looks like Thai curry. That's to say, saying want to stop in before bed. Nice. You were gonna make you hungry. Well, I only made kimchi today. In terms of actual stream, which is not necessarily the most hunger-inducing thing. Kind of like a side dish, isn't it? And then for actual dinner, I'm literally just reheating a frozen curry. So you're probably marked safe from becoming hungry. Who knows? Unless I'm already wrong, in which case, sorry. We're just going to. So literally, this is currently not looking its most fantabulous shape, but we've got our frozen curry with a bit of water. Literally just goes on the hob until it kind of shoves down a bit. Put a lid on it. 20 minutes. Dinner's ready. I don't have to look after it, which is why I love making frozen curries. Because I can set it and forget it, usually, because I've done this a million times. Do-do-do. Olive. Oh, fridge is. Oh, freezer's not closing again. Why? Why? What do you not like? It's literally the same. We are going to just move the curry blocks down. Oh, they're stuck to each other. Great. See, this is usually an easy process, except for the fact that the curry blocks have now fused to each other in a diagonal formation. Oh, God, everywhere. Put it on about 5. That's the drawer. The lid. Put it on. And that just gets left to do its own thing. Right, we have those guys can be put away. Still plenty of juice left in that guy, and that guy's not even been used, so I will deal to that tomorrow. Let's have some semblance of order in here. At least get the place ready to do dishes. At least. So, yep, Thai curry is now in the pot, just bubbling, well, starting to bubble away. Just gonna pop everything away, make some room. I think once I get the place a little bit tidied, I'm actually going to pick a little bit of the kimchi out now, just to do like a first taste. It's only been like not even half an hour since it's been in, but like at least you can start to get a idea of where it's headed. No, I wanna taste the evolution of the flavors. Over. Just gonna get this stuff put into the food bin. There's also a bunch of other stuff. Oh God. Cabbage pieces. Did not make it. Use just behave bag. Nice. This can go in there as well. I think this is fine to be tied up now. Did Mim hear what I picked for you to cook? I don't think so. Mim, can you hear me? You cannot. Oh. Phoenix picked us a meal to make sometime after I source the ingredients. Would you like to hear what it is? Porcini and prawn risotto shrimp. Yeah. Very excited. I need to find some dried porcini and I think the rest will be good. What kind of stock should I do, Phoenix? What kind of broth am I making? Stock from my stock. But to be fair, I think I might have a little bit of prawn. Well, I say prawn. Whispers of the sea broth left in the freezer somewhere. I can use that as a base for a more robust broth, I guess. Right. Go on. I'll do the dishes. Why don't I treat my future self to chicken or prawn? Yeah. I might defrost the prawn broth, the prawn whispers of prawn broth and enrich it with chicken. Do both. Because the prawn broth in there is literally very whispers of prawn. I definitely didn't do it long enough. But we live and we learn. I'm just gonna go turn around for a moment and sort these dishes out because I'm going to be nice to my future self and not dump it on future self. Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea actually. I could do that. We'll see if we have some fresh prawns in at the shop. I just need to figure out like which shop would actually sell dried porcini because I feel like it need to go to like a fancy enough place that they would do. Why are we not? I feel like I'd have to go. So maybe I'll go to Caldi. Caldi has everything. Caldi is our like international food store. Um, what is not the right word? Carp paste and legs. Yeah, shells, prawn shells. Were you watching Lord Pock's stream yesterday, Phoenix? Because he was making a like a proper laksa from scratch. And I was watching the first part of it where he was de-shelling prawns, and apparently it was his first time de-shelling prawns, and we were all just watching like, are we gonna tell him? Are we gonna tell him how to do it, or are we just gonna watch him suffer? I saw the end of it. Yeah, I only watched the start of it because I was um I went away to do other things. But it was Trey funny. I hope it ended up good because I didn't get to see the end of that. I was hoping to catch it after my stream because he seemed like it was going a while, but he did not. He did like it nice. I'm glad it turned out well because there was a lot of elements that went into that. He had like a chicken stock going, he had a prawn stock going, he had all the like spice paste stuff. He had a realization that cilantro and coriander were the same thing. We were like, oh no. He was like, oh, I couldn't find coriander leaves. I just couldn't find them anywhere. And we were like cilantro. And he's like, don't tell me coriander and cilantro are the same thing. We're like, yes, they are. just British for one and American for the other. And they were like, oh no. It was a face palm moment. It was good. But yeah, I love his setup so much. I'm very inspired. Gotta get on it. Gotta evolve. But it was really funny because the last time the time we raided Tox was after we did the instant noodle laksa. So so then when the first laksa was the first stream that I watched after that, so I was like, was he just inspired by me, or was it just pure coincidence that he decided to do laksa for his curry challenge? I think he did a laksa from a different country though. It wasn't a Malaysian or a Singaporean one. It's actually quite pleasant doing the dishes at the moment because the tap is actually coming out hot. It doesn't always. It's meant to. Oh, this chili is gonna stain my pink gloves. Gonna make them look like I've got blood-stained fingers. Actually, as a co-founder of a Twitch group, but that's different totally chance free talk. Yes, he was talking about it on the stream, and I am very tempted to join it. It seems like a really fun concept, and I would love to have. Because honestly, one of my least favorite things to do is think about what to cook for the week, and one of the reasons why I even decided to start streaming is because I wanted to kind of make that whole process a little bit more fun and a little bit less chore. And even if it's like once a month, having someone just give me ideas for what to cook is fabulous news to me. So I am very much yeah. I was going to join it. I was literally like I had the Discord / website or whatever the link was saved, and then I forgot because I went and did chores and errands. How are we doing in there? We're bubbling away. I'm just gonna turn it down because it looks pretty aggressive. So yeah, I will be joining it. Rather, not I'm thinking about joining. I will join it, and I would love to partake if they will have me. If nothing else, check out the Discord. It's wealth of information, a huge number of cooking streamers. Nice, that's really cool. I would love to join. Yeah, it seems like a lot of fun. I'd love to find a bit more like people. I can introduce you to people. I know a lot of them. Oh, nice. Thank you so much. That would be great. I will actually, you know what? Let's do that right now. We're waiting for the food to cook anyway. If I recall correctly, I had the tabs open on my. Maybe I closed it. What was it? Kitchen Labyrinth? Wasn't it? Kitchen Labyrinth. I can't spell labyrinth. I definitely had it saved. Hold on. No, I don't want to copy that. I want to access my clipboard. Maybe I didn't save it. I definitely did put it somewhere. Ah, yes, please. Do send. I have managed to lose it. Ooh, Whistle, I've just seen your Discord with the kimchi. Wicked kimchi, seductively sweet and spicy. That sounds hilarious. Let me have a look. Where's amazing? Muffins and minotaurs? That sounds so cute. What do you want access to? End results, food related content and sharing. Yes. Kitchen Labyrinth. Yes. Oh, Kitchen Gladiator. That's right. Go on. Just a bit of everything. Let's go. Sure. Nice. Ooh, this is exciting. I'll have a little nosy through all of the bits. God, there's so many tabs. But yeah, that looks like a lot of fun. Thank you for the invite, by the way. I think I must have clicked on like the website. Is there a website for it? That must have been what I clicked on and forgot. Ah, that would be what I clicked on because I think he had a like auto response bot thing where if you asked about the kitchen labyrinth gladiator kitchen, um, it like pinged you a link to to the um the website. That would be what I was trying to figure out because I didn't think it had a Discord, but I'm sure if I went to the website, it would have then linked me to the Discord. How are we doing? Bubbling away. We're gonna pop the rice in. We're just doing frozen because we're just having a freezer meal today. We'll have a side of fresh kimchi. Fresh kimchi. Is a programmer's main job build custom-made free stream manager? Yes, I was also checking out Craftsmate actually. I don't think I'm at the point where I could actually like make good use of it, but I would. It looks really cool. I love his whole setup. I love the way he's got like all the different um like scene setting things. Would love to learn how to do that. I just need to make more space in my brain though. Currently is at a bit capacity on learning new things. But when I have a bit of time, I would love to sit down and learn it and just learn how to mess with things a bit more because that's one thing I need to do actually. I need to get off my ass and learn how to get OBS and transfer everything over because Streamlabs is a pain in the butt. So yeah. He loves it when people stop by and ask questions. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad. I wasn't sure like how much he wanted to talk about it when he was cooking. And also I don't know enough to even know what questions to ask. So because I'm not about to be like, how do I use it? That's not a very good question to ask, is it? So I will I will scope it out first and then we shall get to actual good questions. Labyrinth food, that was the website. Probably more during his coding streams. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Oh, that's like a full list of people. That's cool. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah. Oh, my apples are going a bit brown. I don't want to eat them now though. Like I think that's one thing about apples. One of the reasons why I don't really like them. They fill me up so quickly. And I'm like, I don't need fruit to be filling me up. I want to eat food. Yeah. My tablet's about to die. Oh, they have an Instagram. Let's do that. The other co-founder streams mainly Sunday evening EST. Where is EST? EST time. Eastern time. So that's 2 hours. Well, minus 2 hours and flip the flip the day. Okay, that's doable. So if it's 5 a.m. now, then for their evening, I would be like morning. That's a watchable time. So always trying to think juggle, like, oh, we have beep. We have beeps. How are we doing on our curry? Let's give it a little stir. Looking a bit pale because nothing has been dissolved. Just gonna let it bubble away. Let's give that an extra 2 minutes. First server is the muffins and minotaurs one. I see. I see. That's the other one then. Ooh, my tablet's about to die. Let's steal the charger off here. Oh. Do. Nice. I'm already in it, so that's fine. Is that why he was cooking anpan last time? Because there was lamination. All makes sense. Mm-hmm. Nice. That's really cool. Okay, right. Let's check this curry out. We've still got like a little ice cube left in the middle, so we're just gonna let it go a bit longer. Bubble a bit. How is our rice? Rice is finished. Falls out. Oh, the plates are so cold. Let's microwave the plates. Honestly, I hate nothing more than a cold plate. Like, it makes the food cold so quickly. Shove that in the microwave. Let's hurry up and get you bubbling. I feel like it needs a bit more green. But I'm going to serve it with a side of kimchi, so I'm not going to bother adding too much more vegetable into this. Come on. Come up to a boil, please. That's hot rice. Let's put that away. Let's pull out some kimchi. We'll do little containers of kimchi. Do a little taste test. Oh. We are going to do a little portion of each of our kimchi that we've made today. So this is our instant kimchi powder kimchi. It's just probably not very ready because none of the liquids really come out yet. But this is fresh kimchi, nice and crunchy. Salad kimchi. That's what we call it. We're just calling unripe kimchi salad kimchi. Unripe kimchi. That's what we're going with. One random leaf side at the top. Gonna re-squeeze. Right. One kimchi. And then the other kimchi. This is our from scratch, made the paste myself, ignored lots of instruction kimchi. This is much more, ooh, it does smell good. This one's obviously, because we did the salting and squeezing already, this one's a little bit more soft, for sure. Just gonna grab a little bit. Yes, my microwave is yelling at me now. Nice. 2 little rounds kimchi. I'll do a little taste test now before we say goodbye. So we have kimchi number 1, kimchi number 2. Gonna put these both back in the fridge. Let them hang out. I'll let the curry just keep bubbling away because it's quite thick. Right. Little tasty, tasty time. Let's give a little close up. Let's have a little look at these. Here's our instant kimchi. This is our made the paste kimchi. I'm just trying to be very careful not to throw it on the floor. So yeah, you can definitely tell the like difference in lack of moisture. But let's give it a taste. We're gonna go fresh first. This is the stuff I have used before. Obviously I ate it when it was more done, but fresh is fine. Salad kimchi. Go. Itadakimasu. No, shut up. Adding the extra spice. Oh, I may have added a bit too much spice, but that's really good. It's got a great balance of kind of sweetness and saltiness and potentially a bit too much spice now, but that's really good. I do love this product. Like it's so easy. Like if you like kimchi, this product is like top notch. Instant kimchi. Right. This is my gave everything a bit more love and effort kimchi. I find a bit that's got similar leaf to stem ratio as the other one. Mmm. Finish your mouthful first. Mm. Yeah. Super bright. I've done it no justice by not having good tools and not like blending the paste fine enough. I can feel the like pieces of ginger. Like it's not like bothersome, but it's there. It's like it's there. But that is so much more savory. I think probably because of the actual fish pieces in there. That one makes me want to have a bowl of rice. That's so savory. It makes me want to like, open up the rice and gobble it up. Both really good actually. I can't wait for this to be more done. Whereas I think right now this one tastes better just because it's meant to be fine to be eaten straight away. This one definitely needs a bit more time. And probably time will help the big chunks of ginger and garlic to kind of just relax a bit as well. Cannot wait to see how those two evolve. Very delicious. Verdict is, at this point, this is probably more worth it if you're gonna eat it straight away. But I will make daily updates on the kimchi. We'll have kimchi progress updates as we go along, and we shall taste through the days of kimchi and make sure I eat the kimchi every day so that we actually get through the kimchi. Where are all my spoons gone? Right. We have our bowls are warmed. Our rice is hot. This is my usual bubble rice or wild rice or whatever, black rice it's also called. So this is 2 parts white rice, 1 part black rice, and then a couple of tablespoons of mixed grains. This is my default rice. I don't know, I just kind of stopped having plain white rice at home. It just tastes, I find this tastes a lot nicer than plain white rice. It's just a little bit more flavorful and definitely better for you and all that jazz because it's got more fiber, and we definitely don't eat enough fiber in this day and age. So, anything that helps get that. Plain white rice does get old. Like, Japan has a lot of good rice, don't get me wrong. Like, you can really taste the quality of the rice, and there's different, strains of rice, different brands of rice where the rice does taste different. And they're bred to kind of behave differently for different purposes. But I just, at the moment, the last couple of years, I've been into my black rice grain mix. Just gives everything a bit more of an interesting flavor, and just boosts the nutritional value as well. And no one's complaining about that. Brown rice or jasmine rice, that sounds really good. Yeah. I don't know, like it's one of those things like I think I just have a bad experience with brown rice. I don't think I had a lot of good brown rice growing up, so I always kind of associate brown rice not being that good. Probably not the case if I cook it now myself. But because I would have thought like the black rice would be more brown rice leading, but it's not at all. Maybe I should just give brown rice another chance. This is still very liquidy. I probably should have put a bit of like cornstarch slurry in it or something just to kind of make it a bit more soup and a little bit less sludge. But it's gonna taste good regardless, so I'm just gonna forgive. Live and let live. Oh, wild rice too expensive to have on a regular basis. See, this is the joys of having good roots to Vietnam. I have my wild rice dealer. We have a constant supply of wild rice. We get like I get like a kilo bag. They sell them in little kilo bags, and because I do 1 cup to 2 cups, it lasts me a while, which is good. So here we have it. We have dinner, which is just from the freezer, dinner a la frozen. So Thai chicken mince curry with wild rice, and we've got our 2 types of kimchi that we made today. These are our fresh salad kimchi. They're not ready to be called kimchi, I don't think, but they are delicious nonetheless. And yeah, that's it for today. It is dinner time for us, and it is time to say goodbye. So thank you so much for joining for the last 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's gone longer than I thought. And yeah, we shall go eat this now, and I shall see you guys next time. What are we doing tomorrow? We're doing... Oh, I can't remember what I'm doing tomorrow. Am I doing anything tomorrow? I don't know. Anywho, see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Oh, yes. We'll talk about it tomorrow, after tomorrow's stream. See you.